Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you top 5 powerful ways to identify your gifts and talents. It is natural to wonder, what am I meant to do? What are my gifts and talents? But it will be helpful to know that it could be challenging to understand how to find the answers you seek. Because I have met so many people, I have asked what their talents and gifts are, but they could not give me any. So, and that was most of the things that motivate me making this video now. So, are you ready to know these 5 ways to identify your gift and talent? So you'll be able to discover what you are meant to do in life. And if you're ready, stay tuned and I'll be right back.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up.
Welcome back again to this video. If you are new here, I'm Maryann. I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself. Like I mentioned before, there are people I've met, I've asked them what are their gifts and talents, but they could not give me an answer. And this is what makes us not fulfill our potential in life. We do not achieve those things that we want to achieve in life because we do not know what are the gifts and talents God has given us. So in order to identify your gifts and talents, let's dive into the 5 ways to identify your gifts and talents. And one of them is, how do you know? Is a question. First of all, I have few tips I'll be giving you under this. The first one is, you should take a close look at your skills. It can be as simple as asking yourself, what are you good at? Or it could be more complex, like looking up the skill in a job listing and see if it meets the qualification. It is also vital to be honest with yourself about what skills you have that are valuable to others, because this is how we know our gifts. So that takes me to the second tip under the how do you know, and which is check out your interests. In this aspect, it goes by, what are you passionate about doing? What gets your creative juicy flowing? What do you find yourself returning to repeatedly, even when it feels like you should stop because it doesn't seem productive? These things are clues pointing towards what your gift might be. If you have never thought of these questions before now, don't worry. There are plenty of easy ways to identify your talents and skills so that you can begin using them. The third point under how do you know? Get feedback from people who know you well. Ask friends, family members, teachers, mentors, coaches, and any other people who have interacted with you often throughout your life and understand you best. Chances are they will be able to identify something you didn't think of yourself. They also may know your natural talents and skills, which will help guide you on where to go next. The fourth tip under the how do you know, consider your past successes and failures. Often our natural ability can become apparent through looking back on what we enjoy doing most, or where we feel most accomplished. And failing at those things will make us want to avoid them forever, which was not probably a success for us. So now we are done with the first part, the first point, and we are moving into the second one. And under this second one, I'm also going to be listing you tips to help you figure it out. Under this, I am going to be giving 5 tips to help you figure it out. So let's start with the first one, and that is figure out what your interests are. What do you love? What makes you feel good about yourself? And that takes me to the second one under it. Figure out what people say about you, because these are clues. You might think what people say doesn't matter, but it does. That's because deep down we know when someone is being truthful or not. Listen to them when someone tells you you have a gift for something. And the next thing to figure out is figure out how much time you spend on specific activities. If you spend more than 8 hours a week on one action, that should be the area of your life you should focus on doing. For example, if all of your friends tell you they need help with math and science homework all the time, then perhaps you should become a tutor so they can succeed in school. Then the next thing to figure out is, the fourth thing to figure out is, figure out what satisfies and fulfills you most in life. When you find the thing that is fulfilling and satisfying to you, figure out how to make it your career. Then the final thing to figure out here is, who else has similar interests as yours? We always want to ensure we are not just going off ourselves with our ideas. Find others who share your passions and consider their advice before moving forward too quickly. Also, seek guidance from those who have found success in that particular field. These people can give you an understanding of what steps to take next. Try asking other people if you don't know your gifts and talents yet. It's crucial to remember that everyone has a unique set of skills. You may discover many ways to use your abilities, whether teaching children or solving algebra problems. You need some guidance figuring out which path suits you best. Then that takes me to the third point of how to identify your gifts and talents, and which is, think about what brings you joy. A recent study found that the happiest people are those who have the most meaning in their life. It's easy to identify what brings us joy when we know what we are passionate about doing. We may not always be happy with our current jobs, but we find it easier to be satisfied when our work aligns with our values and interests. In this particular aspect, you can ask yourself several questions like this. What am I good at doing? What type of work do I enjoy doing? How can I make money doing something I enjoy? Where would I like to see myself in 5 years? Knowing your gifts and talents can help you focus on your goals while making more fulfilling decisions about your life in the next 10 years. With this information, it will be easier to pinpoint a career path that is right for you. For example, if someone enjoys art, they might be interested in graphic design or photography. If someone loves children, they might consider being an elementary school teacher or working as a nanny. When you know all this and what is available to you regarding career, it will be much easier to choose what steps to take next. Remember that even if things don't go how you originally planned or hoped, other options await you. So that takes me to the fourth point on how to identify your gifts and talents. Ensure to make a list of the things you like. For example, I love spending time with friends. I enjoy watching movies. I like being active. Cooking is a passion of mine. Playing video games is one of my hobbies. Reading is something that I love doing when I have the time. Listening to music helps me relax after a long day. Studying for school gives me great joy. and excitement because I have always loved doing it since childhood. Researching different topics has been an interest of mine from an early age. So working as a researcher or academia would make me very happy. Then I'm good at math, so this could be an area where I excel in future. You should figure out any of those things, or even apart from those things that I listed. You should also pay attention to these things if you want to find your gifts and talents. So that takes me to the final ways to identify your talent. And that's the fifth one, which is ask yourself, what do I spend my time on? Very crucial. Think about how you spend your time, whom you spend it with, what you do when you have free time, and what comes naturally to you. It might be hard to come up with a definitive answer initially, but as time goes on, it will get easier. So write down any thoughts that may seem relevant for future consideration. In addition to this question above, ask yourself this one. If I could do anything in the world, what would I do? You might be surprised by this question because there are so many possibilities. But remember that we all have one life. So why not explore the things we want to study? We owe it to ourselves. Lastly, think about what makes you happy or sad. Then in conclusion, just as we need to take care of our physical body, it is essential that we also take care of our spiritual body. Our spiritual gifts and talents are what makes us who we are. Identifying them can be challenging, but the benefits can last a lifetime. The first step of identifying your spiritual gifts and talents is prayer. The second step is to identify an area you are gifted or talented. Once you have discovered the scope of your gifts or talents, explore the different opportunities that comes with it. Don't forget to ask God for guidance when exploring these opportunities. Lastly, spend time thinking about how your gifts or talents impact others around you, people in your life, and those not in your life. So I hope this help you identify your gifts and talents, because this saddens my heart when I meet some people and they tell me they don't know their talent. I met a young lady about 18 years old who told me that she doesn't know her talents and gifts. And it was sad. I felt very bad because I was like, at her young age, she's supposed to have known. And that's what motivates me in making this video, for you to be able to identify your talent. So I hope this video adds value to you, and if it does, please let me know what you think in the comment section below. And also, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, feel free to click that red button at your right. And remember to turn on your notifications so that whenever I upload any new videos, you get to be notified. That's the essence of clicking the bell. And there will be a video popping out on the screen. I will be seeing you in that video. Thank you and bye.
Seasons come and go like thoughts of you, like a wave returns to the sea.